Welcome. 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 Welcome to Lady Rose Queendom. Gather round, tell a friend. Everybody sing. Welcome to Lady Rose Queendom, where we nurture, cultivate, and awaken your inner queen. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Welcome to Lady Rose Queendom. Lady Rose Queendom. Lady Rose Queendom. Lady Rose Queendom. Come on, Lady Rose Queendom. Lady Rose Queendom. Lady Rose. Lady Rose. Lady Rose. Your crown is waiting.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Lady Rose Queendom, and I am Lady Rose. Let me clean my hands real quick. I have been busy this evening. I returned home on yesterday, and I'm glad to be back in my city at my house with my husband. I enjoyed Essence, but I'm always happy to return home. Living for me said, good evening, Lady Roy in chat. Please hit the like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Please do, please do, please do. Please comment. Get in this comment section. Let's do some chit chatting. Please like, please share, please subscribe to the channel. Child, I really don't have a whole lot to talk about. I just came down here, I saw some stuff on the internet, and I thought we could discuss it. So that's what we're gonna do. All views, expressions, lie, they're all alleged. Every single thing I'm talking about is alleged, even my name, and they're all in my opinion. All of this is for entertainment purposes. And please subscribe. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. I am trying to get to my first 1,000, and I would appreciate it if you would help me. Various disclaimers. Some material in this video is used under U.S. copyright, U.S. copyright fair use section 107 for purposes such as commentary, criticism, news reporting, and education. All of the things. Hey, Sergeant Charge. Thanks for joining. Again, I don't have anything really to talk about. I just came down here to do a little chit chat because I need to do a video. How about that one? But I did see some things in the news and so on and so forth that I wanted to share. So let's do it. Let's get into it. First thing I wanted to share, y'all, I saw this. I saw somebody pull this up yesterday. We've been knowing this, but there's actual evidence out there. Did y'all know that Mr. Martell LeVar Holt has his license? I saw somebody post this yesterday. I thought it'd be great to share it because this is good news. This man has been trying to pass the home builders test for some years. So here's evidence that he actually passed it. I'm sure it wasn't recent because it expires in December. So he will definitely have to probably renew it this year. Of course, he would have to renew it this year in December. But we know that he has his license and it's active. So whatever Martell does is his business. Good evening, Rachel Ghoston. I don't know why I always want to say something else when I see your name. So hey, shout out to Martell Holt for that. I also heard someone saying that Martell had filed a petition with the court to reopen. Excuse me, y'all. My arm in my chair got stuck under my desk. Have filed a petition with the court to reopen or filed a contempt of court case on Melanie Child. I don't know nothing about that. I ain't heard it. I mean, I heard it, but I ain't seen it nowhere. I really ain't seen it nowhere. So I didn't know how to address it, so I ain't gonna address it. How about that one? We're gonna move right along past that. Yeah, congratulations on Marty Marr. But I'm gonna show y'all something else that I saw on the internet that kind of made me I don't want to say leery, a little weary. Because you already have a husband, an ex-husband, who you say is strange. And he does all these things. So when people act a little strange, one thing you don't want to do is incite them to keep acting strange. But Melanie posted this the other day. Hill Harper sitting down with her children, really pouring into them, giving them some words of wisdom. I thought it was great, great positive things. But when you have an ex-husband who you say you're afraid of and is stalking you, I don't think this is what you want to post on the internet for him to stalk you even further. But Chad, you do you. I ain't trying to stop you from doing what you need to do or want to do. I'm just telling you, I just don't think that if y'all want to see that, that's over there on her Instagram. I just don't think that was a good idea. But Chad, I don't know. Hey, Sunny Ray, I appreciate you coming in here. Hey, Rachel, speaking to live for me again. Yeah, I just feel like if you're going to have an issue with your ex and your ex is such a bothersome person, I don't think you would incite him. Of course, it's okay to pour into children, but I just would not have put it on the internet. She's free to do whatever she wants to do, but I just feel like that's provoking and that keeps the problem going, right? I've told you before that that's kind of what Scorpios do. They kind of push the system. I got to get you back. They don't care at what level it is. Sometimes they got to get you back. I'm married to Scorpio, so I know. Child, his get back ain't like a normal person get back. It's a little different. So I'm just saying, I just don't feel like that's something I would do. I definitely wouldn't do it. My ex-husband, yeah, when I said it was over, it was over. I didn't provoke him. I didn't go around him. I didn't do no back and forth. We didn't do no exchanging. I'm sorry, Symmetry. You know I love you, girl. I just gotta be honest. I just gotta be honest. But yeah, Scorpios, they gotta get that vengeance. That's what I pulled up this the other day. Let me share this with y'all since we on here talking. Because we just doing a little gossip and a whole lot of nonsense is what we talking about tonight. I pulled this up the other day and I wanted to share it. I was on vacation, so I'm still on vacation. But I saw it and I thought, man, I gotta share this with my group. You said, hey, that's me, AD. Live for me said, I agree, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. And there is no way I would have done that. And then I'm out here telling the people that I'm scared of the man. Ain't no way. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can pull this in. There ain't no way. I don't care what you say. You're provoking. It's provoke because we know the man don't want to see his kids around nobody. He over there talking about your paramour. At least that's what the people say. I don't know what he's saying, child, because I wasn't over there. But I just don't think it was a wise choice. But again, you can do what you want to do. Who is I to judge? Because I is nobody to judge. Let me see if I can pull the image in. Here we go. Here we go. So it says under the word Scorpio, the dates of Scorpio is October the 23rd through November the 21st, I believe, or the 20th, somewhere in there. They are distrust. This is the weakness of the zodiac. They are distrusting, jealous, secretive, and violent. They are violent. I thought that was hilarious when I read that. Violent. I'm like violent. Oh my God, I wouldn't go that far because I know a lot of sweet Scorpios, but child, they got to get the get back. My best friend, I would say she fits that bottom one perfectly. You did a quick little drive by on us, Scorpios. Funny, right? Girl, mine ain't no better over there. I'm gonna read mine in a minute. But didn't want her kids around his lady. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm not sure if Hill Harper and Mel are dating. It could be all innocent. I'm just saying the optics of it all just don't look right, And we've said that over and over, the optics, it's just the optics. Arion can't spend the night, and I don't know. I wouldn't, even if he poured it to my children, I wouldn't have recorded it. I think it was great what he did. I just don't think it should have been recorded and put out there for it to possibly get back to Martell, because that's where it's headed, to Martell. Under mine, it says promises more than can deliver. Very impatient. Oh my God, I am so impatient. I literally, people be talking to me. I be thinking, hurry up, get the story out, get on my nerves. Hurry up, get the. That is one of my weaknesses, child. I be like, I don't like small talk, and I honestly hate dumb questions. It's just me. Very impatient. Will say anything, no matter how undiplomatic. Remember, I told y'all, that's me. That's me. Ad talking my team Scorpio. All right, but I've told y'all before that I have realized that about myself. Some of those traits that follow the my sign, the Sagittarius, and I work really hard to keep those things under subjection. It has taken me years to get to the level I am now, where I don't be I don't be out here just trying to cut people with this tongue. Because I used to be just say anything like, and people be like, oh, my kids even stop crying. I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. So, anywho. But yeah, I thought that was kind of awkward. I thought I would share that because we down here to do a little gossip and a whole lot of nonsense. That's what we down here to do, talk about a little gossip and talk about a whole lot of nonsense. Because what I've seen out here on the internet this week has been a whole lot of nonsense. Look at this. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. So, as many of you know, Nikki Gilbert decided that Nikki, Nicci, I always want to say Niecy, but her name is pronounced Nikki. Nikki Gilbert decided that she would take to. In fact, let me stop sharing this. Let me pull up Nikki Gilbert and what she had to say about Young Miami. Give me 1 minute. Let me pull her up. So Nikki Gilbert decided that she would take to social media and talk about Young Miami. Whether or not what she said was needed, I think it was distasteful. Let me share what I found on the Ticker Talkers. Good evening, Millie Love James. Welcome in. Hey, Sadden. Good evening, Sadden, baby doll. We're not really doing it. We just came down here so I can run my mouth, honey. We're doing a little gossip and a whole lot of nonsense. I was just talking about Mel having Hill Harper at the house with her and her kids, and him pouring into the children, and her sitting there with her camera recording it so that she could share it so Martell could lose his mind. I was talking about that. I wouldn't have done it because I think that's inciting. When I say both sides should stop, that's what I mean. She incites him, he incites her, and they both just keep this spiral going of weirdness. Let's go on over here. Let me share Niecy Gilbert and what she thought she had to tell Young Miami. Let's go. I found this on the TikTok. It's under Darkroom Society page.
The song. Carisha is beautiful. I think she has a fun personality. I'm not really familiar with the City Girls. I'm definitely like a little old auntie. And if we out here, and I get it. I get the argument that, well, girl, ain't nobody really finna be out here boosted. That's you with your grown, who should be bopping around in that ignorant anyway.
Okay, she said, they're playing music over it, but she said that's you with your grown ASS, because they should be playing that anyway. But let's be honest, Nikki Gilbert literally sued someone because she said they stole her idea, which was P-Valley. But yeah, we all know what P-Valley was all about. So we're not going, I mean, what we talking about here? Right? So I don't see how you can find Young Miami's song Spin That so egregious, but we don't find some of the songs that were played by other artists, other rap artists, some of your faves, the Cardi B's, the Nicki Minaj. Child, let me go on.
But to the young, impressionable young women, many of whom I know in my family,
these women forgot when they were young what they were doing. Now I'm gonna tell you this. I ain't never been no thief. My mom would tell anybody that. You could tell me Lady Ro did blah, blah, blah. If you ever tell me she took something, tell you got the wrong kid, because she not no thief. She gonna tell off on herself. Ain't never been that girl that was a thief. Ain't never took nothing that belong to me. And that's the God honest truth. Even as a child, that was not me. That was not me. If I didn't have the money for it, I put it back. But my parents gave me an allowance. So normally, if it was something I wanted, I could buy it, because I always had money. I always had extra money to buy little trinkets and candy and stuff like that. I didn't really want a whole lot. My parents supplied my clothes and my shoes and my food. So all the thing I wanted was candy and maybe a couple of toys. There was never a time that I really wanted. So I remember one time I wanted some shoes. And I saved up all my allowance for weeks so I could get these particular shoes. So I really just feel like sometimes people remember what they did as a child, and then it bothers them, right? So then they project it upon others. And I kind of feel like this is where Nikki.
Personally, who have had issues with boosting and stealing it?
She said, who has had issues with boosting and stealing? Raise your hand, Nikki, because I think that's why you so mad.
Who missed time with their kids, who weren't able to be present as parents because they were locked up for boosting.
But ain't none of that Young Miami's fault.
And is scamming. And now we got a record that has taken off. When I first heard it, I was like, I ain't even gonna say nothing about it, because it's gonna go away. Ain't no way in the world this is gonna become like the #1 most popular.
And she said, ain't no way. Ain't no way this one is going to become a #1 hit
record on the planet. And guess what's done happened? It has become the #1 of, it's debuted on Billboard at #1. People are talking about the possibility of it becoming a Grammy nominated record.
Spin that shit.
I hope, as a voting member, that we have a say in whether or not that happens.
As a voting member, meaning that she hopes that she gets the opportunity not to allow that album to get any further. She doesn't want the album to go anywhere. Although we let some of the other vulgar songs created by other women. Let me just go through my phone. I have Apple Music, and I have a song. Let me see. I think her name is Mariah. Let me see if I can find y'all. Give me 1 second. What is that girl? Mariah? Is it Mariah Lynn? I think her name is Mariah Lynn. I've been in here playing me some. Yes, Mariah Lynn has a song says, "Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe," and I'm admitting it. Hold on. Let me get all the lyrics, because I don't want us just have a little bit. But we kept her. We didn't put her, in the back burner. We kept her out here. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull her up so I can get these lyrics. I'm gonna tell y'all these lyrics. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let me get the lyrics up. It says, "More money. I want your money. I want more money. I want your money. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, and I'm admitting it, and I won't take it back because I did that SHIT. I was a hoe, and I'm admitting it. I won't take it back because I did that SHIT. I was a hoe." That's her song. More money. Now it got a bop to it. So if you hear the song, you get engrossed in that bop, and you be like, you like, hey. And that's what Spin That did. I'm not gonna, because the name of the song is Spin That. And that's what that song did. Let me read what y'all talking about. Oh, Millie Love James says she's a weirdo because Nikki is a little strange. Someone called Selena Johnson. She can solve all this. Amen. Where is Selena when you need her? Like people wasn't selling before the song. They weren't stealing, I'm sorry, before the song. Exactly, Sonny, right? They've been stealing from the beginning of time. I mean, did we forget that it was a murder and a thief on each side of Jesus on the cross? That's a parable in the Bible. Millie Love J, you beat me to typing that. Bring it down, Godzilla. Live for me. Crazy. You said Selena don't play with Nikki. Not at all. Not at all. People should have already instilled in their kids not to steal anyway. Oh my goodness. It is your job to teach your children. It is your job to train your child. It is your job to raise your kids. Baby and butter. You said baby in my butterfly voice. Amen. Amen. Now butterfly ain't gonna be too happy because she was very upset about this morning. But this is how I feel. It is your job to raise. When you expect music to raise your children, doing your children a disservice. I will walk in a room and hear my kids playing something they ain't got no business. I say, cut that off. In fact, bring that in here. Bring all that in here and let me go through your stuff. Ask my son when he was a teenager. I would go in his room and flip his mattress. He thought, man, when I say he thought I was crazy, I wanted him to think I was crazy because I wanted him not to fear me, but to understand that I was the woman. I had to leave the house and I had to be in charge. I couldn't let him know that he was really, that I was scared of him. So maybe I go in his room and I say, what's going on in here? Maybe I flip mattresses over trying to find stuff because I'm the mama. No, mama, ain't nothing running in my house but me. If I'm paying the lights, the water, the cable, the mortgage, you fist to do what I tell you to do. You gonna have to hit that door. Bye-bye. Baby, I didn't have nothing in my house. My son would tell you that. You said I was a tool and I'm admit. Yes, that's a song. That was her song. That is song by Mariah Lynn. I ain't done. I think it's the best too. You said if it's not your story, fine. But everyone has their own shoes they walk in. Not mine, though. Boosted. Exactly. That's not my story. That is not my story. You see, I think it's the best beat. And I think so too. I think it's the beat that drives everybody. Because it's all, if you go down TikTok, what's her name? Lisa Ray did a TikTok to it. I think they just it's continuously going. I've had conversations with my kids and trusted my kids to make good decisions. I randomly check devices, but after a while I stopped. I trust them. Me too, but I will tell you, I started with that, letting him know you can't play me. My son especially. My daughter's the same way. They be on a computer. I go behind them at night when they go to bed, child. I would see, because I had a computer in my den, our family room. So there was a desktop in there. And so at night they would go in there. That was before everybody started getting laptops. And they would be on the computer. I would go do the search history. What y'all been in here looking at? What y'all been listening to? What y'all been reading? I did. And believe it or not, I never really found anything. I found my daughter had she had joined some type of social media page back in 2000, I guess like 6 or 7. And child, I just made it delete it. Come on in here and delete that. Everybody done bought off them boosters, LOL. You know what? I'll never run into them. I don't know why. I have never ran into a booster. I heard people saying, I was at the car wash. This man, I bought this necklace off this man. I was at the car wash. I bought this out. I have never ran into a booster. I don't know if I'd be at the wrong locations, but I have never ran into a booster. Never, never, never. You said typical kid stuff. Exactly. And the thing is, we do expect our children to be children. The Bible says that foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction will drive it far from them. Let's look at some of let's look at some of Cardi B's songs. We're just randomly going through stuff. You said I need one for grandkids school clothes. R.I.P. to my favorite booster. LOL. Oh my goodness, girl. Oh. Let's see. Let's go with WAP. WAP was a pretty famous song for the Cardi. Okay, let's see what the lyrics are to WAP. W-A-P. We already know what that means. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. I said certified free, 7 days a week. Wet ASS PUSSY. Make them pull out game week. Yeah. You effing with some wet ASS PUSSY. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ASS PUSSY. But Young Miami is the problem because she talk about boosting. All right, that's just one song. That's WAP by Cardi B. Ain't done. Stay where you are. Don't move. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I definitely bought some perfume from a booster. Where the boosters at when I be out in the streets? I need a booster to find me some stuff that's worth buying. I used to be in the hair salon every Saturday. Me too. Me too. But mine was primarily Thursday night, Saturday night. And I have seen people come in there with purses and selling, fake bags. I've never seen a booster come into the shop. I'm sure they do, but they never come in there when I'm in there. I don't know how I miss it, but I have. You said I don't like. You make me sick, Lady Rose. This is a lyrical poetic class. Now it is. I'm just saying we want to cancel Young Miami, but we got some more people we need to cancel too. Let's see what else we want to talk about. Let me see what else. Let's see what the lyrics are to this particular song. Come on up here. This is another Cardi B song. I'm just picking random songs to see, it says, look, this song is called, wait a minute, what's the name of this song? Killing You Hoes is the title of this particular song. It is from the album I Am the Drama. The song begins with, look, God, thank you for making me the baddest bitch alive. Cute little Aura, I don't know, I'm just a vibe. All white toes, looking like somebody's bride. Bunch of black trucks, looking like somebody died. I say her whole name, I'll just be doing charity. I'm nothing like you, bitches. We don't got no similarities. F all you HOES. Lot of y'all is weird to me. F so-and-so too. Cause why y'all so embarrassing? Ugh. Hoes be shady anyway. She don't like me, but she would trade places any day. Are you dumb? ASS dumb fat? Face dumb pretty? I never ever heard a blank say he's done with me. Come get up with me, baby. Come get up with me. I think high key hoes be in love with me. That's just Cardi B. But we mad cause spin that shit. Oh, child. You said that's worse than spending. Exactly, brown girls, right? That's my point. Why are we picking and choosing who we want to cancel? Black folks, we got to do better. And guess what? Cardi B not even black. Stop it. She's like black men. Now, when she asked, was it anything I wanted her to get? I said, no. Won't be going to jail cause of me. I know that's right. Let's not get started on the lyrics of some of these men. Oh, symmetry. Do you want me to do that? Well, let's go. Let's find a man. Throw out a name of a man and we'll go pull up their lyrics too. Let me think of somebody. Who can I think about? Just somebody give me a name. You said that's my jam. See what I'm saying? We want to pick and choose who we want to cancel, but we love things that aren't always the best lyrics. But we want to, because we hear that the words, where my scamming ass niggas at. And then we start hearing, oh, she talking about stealing, boosting. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. And now we mad. Cardi's AITD. Stay playing over here, Gen X here. Exactly. Girl, I'm going through my Apple Music playlist. So I'm sorry. But we're going to talk about some of these men. Burn Girls Rock said, child, I know that's right. I mean, should I talk about illegal activities, though? Millie Love James, you may have a point, but it could be more morally wrong. You know what I mean? You could never make me not like Cardi B. Me either. I like Cardi B. I'm not trying to make anybody not like her. I'm just saying that when we start choosing who we want to cancel, it's not fair, because there are people picking and choosing is not right. Young Miami is a young girl. She's very young. And this is a song that she knew would make her money. Again, I just gave you two different artists, Mariah Lynn and Cardi B. Both of their lyrics are pretty vulgar. And then my youthful days, they wouldn't even have been allowed to be played on the radio. So I just think we just got to be careful. You said the roach trick, that Lord Jesus, and I'm scared to go to him. He walked around talking about keep your eyes, take it, don't look at the stomach, don't look at the stomach, look at the child. Ain't nothing down there either, so we ain't looking at neither one. Do I Want to Rock by Luke? Okay, that's a good one. Millie Love. It's so much scamming in the government, so you better believe it. Here we go. Okay, lyrics. Let's go to these lyrics. This is Luke Skywalker. It said, "Don't stop, pop that PUSSY. Let me see your doodle brown. I want to rock, I want to rock, I want to rock. You know, all I want to rock. We don't keep going through that. Pump it up, keep going, keep going. Here we go. Pump, pump, pump. Child, let me hear you say head, and more head. Head, and we at the clubs, at the events, at the concerts when the DJ playing this, screaming head, and more. Child, we be doing it. I don't never scream it because I'm not a part of the head crew. No man, take me out of the group chat. Then shake them tatas, baby. Shake them tatas, baby. Pop that PUSSY, baby. When I tell you that one, he going on, but there's a lot of them. If we think back to Public Enemy, let me see, who was that was with what's the name of the group? Hold on. It had if I wasn't trying to think of it, I could say it. They were part of the New Jack City. What's the name of the group? NWA. Why did that slip my mind? NWA had the most provocative songs, which included crimes. And we bopped them suckers. One of them was F the Police. Remember that? They got in trouble, wasn't allowed to go perform in certain stadiums or arenas because of that song. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It's so much scamming in the government. So we talked about that. Shake, ooh, live for me. I don't agree with canceling her either. That's extreme. Me too. I don't agree with it. But Chad, let me show you what I found on the net today. Found this a few minutes ago. Young Miami scores first number one at urban radio thanks to hit Spin That. According to reports, let me start at the top. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. Young Miami has a major reason to celebrate. According to reports, her single Spin That has reached number one at U.S. urban radio. Reacting to the milestone, the former City Girls rapper shared her excitement writing number one at urban radio for the first time in my career ever. She is a beautiful girl. The blessings keep flowing. After showing love to DJs and the radio stations for their support, she added, BITCH, I'm number one. F is we saying. Congrats to Young Miami. Child, when I tell you at Essence Fest this year, they stayed at every concert. I only went to one concert, which was Saturday night. And when the DJ hit the stage, he started playing Spin That. He said, we're going to always send some Young Miami. This is a young girl starting her career. And that is one of the things. Oh my God, symmetry. How could I forget Too Short? How we can forget Too Short? E40. Oh my God. Too Short. What's my favorite word? We in the club. Bitch. Why you got to say it like short? Bitch. And I was a teenager when they came out. But we want to cancel we want to cancel this young girl who just out here trying to make some money. That's it. She's trying to get a number one hit. And a lot of times, I don't even think the young people take into consideration what the music may potentially do to others or how people may feel about it. I think they're just trying to get the number one hit. If nothing else is a good comeback story, the people counter out. They did. And maybe she got number one. Y'all saw it for yourself. We just seen it. Number one. Timberwolf. She said, well, the check for butterfly. But don't tell butterfly we over here. Shh. Shh. It's gonna be our secret. He said, even Waka Flocka got some nasty lips. Girl, yes, he does. I forgot all about it. I'm telling y'all, I have to sit down and think about some of these lyrics. My husband, baby, he is a lyric. He love music, chap. But he be out there, he know all the words. Tupac got some vulgar stuff out here. Chap, Tupac that went all up under people's clothes. But if we think back to Lady Marmalade by Patti LaBelle, she was talking about a streetwalker. Chap, for a long time, I just loved this song. Itchy, itchy, yeah, yeah. Girl, I mean, hey. And all of a sudden, when I became an adult, I listened to her. And she's talking about this lady walking down the street. I actually got the lyrics and read them. I said, I even asked my mama, did you know Patti LaBelle was talking about her? Yes, how do you want the Tupac? I'm telling you, there will always be probably lyrics that we won't always agree on. That part. So I think we just need to live and let live. If people want to consume Young Miami, spin it, let them spin that shit. Spin that shit. Let them spin that shit. Chad, to me, it's just a song. I don't take it as more than that. And I know there are people who don't have parents who probably take it to heart and really get out here and do some of the crazy stuff. That's not my story. Hopefully that's not any of my kids' story. I don't think it is. They seen my son is the oldest child. He go to work and go home, go to bed. Every time I talk to him, what you doing? I'm asleep. I'm tired. I've been working out there in that heat, Mama. I gotta get some rest. So, but I know there are young people who take lyrics too hard and they take a little too far sometimes. Let's see what else I got out here for us to talk about. Timber Blue Butterfly just fine where she at, probably somewhere touching grass. Exactly. She ain't thinking about us for sure. Let's see what else. I saw some other stuff on here. Oh, I know what I want to talk to y'all about. Child, I hope y'all don't beat me up too much for this. First, let's go this one, then we'll go on over here, and we're gonna talk about this. So, Big Tigger's estranged wife, Alicia Brown, was arrested on kidnapping warrants today in Georgia. Now, I don't understand this story. It don't make a whole lot of sense to me because the child been missing since 2019 and none of this makes sense. But let's read this article. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. The ongoing legal drama surrounding Big Tigger and his estranged wife, Alicia Brown, has taken another unexpected turn. According to TMZ, Brown was arrested Monday night in Georgia. So she was arrested last night after authorities located her SUV during a felony traffic stop on Interstate 85. Officials say deputies were searching for the vehicle in connection with outstanding kidnapping related warrants issued out of Maryland. Outstanding. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that it wasn't nothing else in there that didn't sound right. Anyway, law enforcement officials told the outlet that Brown was taken into custody without incident and that two children who were inside the vehicle were safely recovered. TMZ reports that one of the children was the son Brown shares with Big Tigger, whose legal name is Darren Morgan. Authorities say Brown is facing a felony interference with child custody charges in Georgia and is expected to be extradited to Maryland. Investigators reportedly alleged the Maryland warrant stemmed from the 2019 disappearance of a 10-year-old child. Additional details surrounding the allegations have not yet been released publicly. The arrests come amid an already highly publicized and contentious split between Brown and the former BET Rap City host. In recent weeks, Morgan was arrested on aggravated battery and cruelty to children charges stemming from an alleged domestic incident involving Brown. He has denied the allegations against him. Brown was later granted a temporary protective order and temporary custody of the couple's minor children as the legal proceedings continue. Child, we're going to stay tuned to this one because this one, I believe, is the gift that keeps on giving. I really do. I don't no, the story ain't making, like I said, ain't making a lot of sense. A child been missing since 2019. So we found the child. I mean, it was kidnapped in 2019. Is the child somewhere else? Is she in Maryland with the family? Where's the child? That's what we want to know. We don't care about the other stuff. Tell us where the child is, and then we're gonna we can move on from that. So okay, I'm gonna talk about something that's kind of controversial, and then next we're gonna talk about hey Queen Script. Next we're gonna talk about people's experience with Essence Fest. We're gonna say that for last because we're gonna run through it real fast. Click, 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 and be done. But I want to talk about Deion Sanders and Karrueche Train real quick. Where do I want to start? Karrueche is, I believe, 37, 38. She may be 38 now. And I did a lot of research today on Karrueche to try to find out, like, what happened with Karrueche. How did Karrueche get with Deion, right? So as we know, Deion Sanders has had 2 wives in his lifetime. He was married to, I forgot the first wife's name. I think her name was Carolyn. I think her name was Carolyn. I may be wrong. Either Carolyn or Catherine. Someone to see. Next wife was Pilar, and Pilar and Deion literally live in the general area that I live in. So the story was highly publicized. I actually saw Pilar on the side of the road with a sign saying that she was homeless. I actually saw it with my own 2 eyes. So I actually saw that. And she was living better than most homeless people while she was saying that. I won't go into a lot of what was going on. My son has actually played ball. My daughter has been, my oldest son and my oldest daughter have been in the company of Deion's oldest son, playing basketball and doing other things in Dallas. So I'm not going to go through the logistics and all of the other crap that goes along with it. But we do know that somewhere along the way, Deion divorced Pilar. After he divorced Pilar, I want to say that they divorced. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me give you the actual year that they divorced. He filed for divorce in 2011, and then Deion met Tracy in 2012 at the premiere of a film that Tracy was producing. And then, the relationship kind of began after that meeting because she actually produced Deion's Playbook, which was the show he did after the divorce from Pilar. Because if you know about Deion, he and Pilar had a show themselves. And child, I don't know how Pilar stayed with Deion. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a Deion fan. I love his football acumen, his steady way of always reinventing the wheel. I do appreciate that about Deion. But as far as who he is as a partner, I'm not sure. All I know is what I've heard, what I've seen. I know that on the show that he and Pilar had, one time he was riding around the house on a scooter. I don't know if anybody else watched the show. And he was asking Pilar to do something. And she was like, oh, can you give me a minute? I'm with the kids. Yada, yada. And he was like, these legs, they're the reason why you got this house. These legs, these bad knees. And she wasn't saying that she wouldn't do it. She was just telling him to give her a moment. So I'm sure he could be difficult to deal with. So anyway, they separated, they divorced. Whatever happened, rumor around here is she cheated on him. I kind of believe it. Anyway, because if I was with him, I probably would cheat on him. Anyway, you said it was a mess. Exactly. It was a big mess. It was a big mess. It was all over the city. I mean, she was downtown Dallas with signs talking about she was homeless. Pilar. And we was like, oh, is she really homeless? What's happening? We need to help this girl. And in all actuality, she had somewhere to stay. It wasn't until Deion came out in the local news and was like, she has a home to stay in. She's not homeless. So again, he filed for divorce in September 2011. In 2012, he met Tracy at a premiere of a film that Tracy was producing. After that, their relationship began. From that meeting, Deion contacted her about she produced it. He contacted her initially about producing Deion's Family Playbook, which was the show he did again after the divorce from Pilar, pretty much showing him raising his children. And in 2013, his divorce from Pilar was finalized. Maybe when I say they drug their divorce out, that was the longest divorce in the history of Dallas County. It was. They went on. Actually, they got divorced in Collin County, but it was the longest divorce. Literally the longest divorce. So their divorce was finalized, And by this time, he and Tracy were publicly dating. Now, Dion and Pilar dated. I'm sorry, Dion and Tracy dated publicly for 13 years. It wasn't quite 14, it was 13 and some months. And then they broke up in December of 20, let me see, because I actually have the date that she went public, because she went public. On December the 3rd, Tracy Edmonds went public and said that after being together 11 years and engaged about 4 of those 11, she said in a statement, they mutually decided to move forward as friends, ending the relationship with love, respect, and appreciation for the time that they shared. They plan to remain supportive of each other. And about a week later, on December the 10th, Tracy clarified all of that. And she said on social media that it was her who made the decision to end the relationship. I don't blame her. I think she was crazy for sticking with him for 4 years of being engaged. I don't think Dion ever planned on marrying Tracy, right? So somewhere in all of this, Karrueche, who was 38 years old, was given an opportunity. Again, I want you to keep these dates in mind. That Tracy publicly announced that she was ending her relationship with Dion in 2023. Why these women get with Dion and lose their mind behind this man? I don't know what he after swinging, but it must be swinging hard. It must be a strong pendulum because it's knocking them people out. You said yes, he was something else. Yeah, he was. I think he's really settled down from that. But we do know that he dated. Anyway, about 11 months ago, Claudia Jordan sat down with Carlos King, and she said that Tracy had given Karrueche an opportunity to be a part of a movie. So Tracy hired Karrueche to play in a movie called Games People Play. I've never watched it. I don't know nothing about it, so I can't really speak on that. Claudia also alleged that that Tracy gave Karrueche multiple professional opportunities, but none of those things are documented. We do know that she played in the movie Games, or the show Games People Play, right? So at some point, Claudia decides to tell Carlos that Tracy asked Karrueche if she was dating Dion, right? Somewhere before they started dating. So it's been, excuse me. Tells him I said hello, living for me. So in all actuality, Dion and Karrueche have been dating about a year publicly, a little bit less than a year, not quite a year, publicly. And they've probably been dating over a year. But we do know that Tracy and Dion have been broken up almost 3 years, right? So according to Claudia Jordan, she said Tracy went to Karrueche and asked Karrueche if she was dating Dion, and Karrueche said no because it was rumored. Well, in all actuality, they were. I don't feel like if you broke up with this man almost 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and I'm dating him now, I really don't think this should be his child. People do weird things for little change. I don't know. What I do believe is I believe that Karrueche makes Dion happy. I believe that. And I believe that people deserve to be happy. I want y'all to see something. This was the 4th of July. I just want y'all to see this. I'm gonna leave the music off because it's playing some songs. It says just the two of us and these lovely fireworks. Look at this. What's up? I'm gonna see if I can stop it. This man is enamored by her. He is. Whether we like it or not, whether we think it's cold-blooded or he's using her or she's using him, he is enamored by this young girl, whatever that looks like. And I've heard several people saying Karrueche is really a sweetheart. She is really a sweetheart. She's really a good girl. I've heard it over and over and over. When I did this research today, I heard it in pretty much every interview of someone talking about Karrueche, that she was really a good person, just always being there for others, very caring. And we do know that when Dion had his bladder surgery, she was there. In fact, she was on the internet crying. Yeah, people laughed at her, but I really feel like she cared. And that's what you need, regardless of whether or not Dion is just using her, or she's using him. Maybe she's a hospice wife. I don't know, but I believe that Carucci is gonna get just what she's looking for. Look at this. Now, how many people has gotten Dion to get on camera with a mask on their face? Nobody. None of them. None of these people. None of the women he's been with have gotten him to get on TV and have a mask on doing his beauty treatment. None of them. But we've seen Carucci be very playful with Dion, right? We've seen it. Let me see if this is the one I want to play. Here we go. Let's listen to this. Okay, I'm sorry. This one has music too. Let me go back. Just more of them getting along. Good woman, good person. She has added so much to my life and my days and my moments. I am smiling. This is Dion's own words. His own words. This is Dion and her out at a football game. Dion and Carucci. But people dislike this so much. They dislike it. He seems very happy. He's been sick and is where he wants to be. Exactly. He is excited, Queen Script, about having her on his shoulder, about her being his woman. Now I'm gonna tell you why I did this after we watch this next clip. Let's listen. This is Shador. And this is a shout out to the Jasmine brand for this one. And he ain't happy, but listen to this.
Bucky tell me you trying to reverse something, then everybody else reverses something. Bucky reversed something.
We got the source where he was in that room too.
What room?
So they're discussing the fact that when Dion went to the doctor, his cancer doctor, talked about his bladder surgery, he asked the doctor about would his bladder, eventually start acting normally? Would he be able to urinate? And the doctor told him he would always have a little leakage or so forth and so on. And then he asked the doctor about possibly reversing his vasectomy, because apparently he had a vasectomy. I love their relation too. I love the way those children interact with Dion. I think that they have a very good relationship. And apparently Bucky was there, and Bucky heard him asking the doctor about reversing the vasectomy because Dion wants to have a child with Carucci.
The hospital room.
What did that say, baby? No, it's in the hospital room.
He was asking
And he always addresses her with the word baby.
about
He was at okay.
Where was
the
that?
surgery.
No, yeah, beforehand.
Before what?
If we could still have kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you asked the doctor.
Yeah, but was that the first thing I asked, or did I ask him a multitude of other things about? Hold on. So you just said that you did ask that. No, I did say that.
So Shador ain't happy. You did. So you did ask him. We thought we was through. We thought that Boss Baby was the last one. You talking about have some more babies?
I'm asking, what are you talking about?
Nah. So what did he say exactly, Bruce?
No, you can sing
No, leave him alone. He got it. We'll pay for it. We'll pay for it.
You can't pay for everything, though.
We pay for cushion.
No, you can't pay no cushion.
I don't remember exactly
There you go.
the order of it, but
Lord,
he's asking something about.
I really, truly believe that Deion Sanders has found love. I really believe that she is his person. Everybody has their person. And I think everybody deserves to be happy. And I think she brings him happy. Now, that brings me up to, I think I have one more. Let me share them before we go to what I want to say. Shador is crashing out because, child, he don't like it. Shador, is that he a daddy's boy.
All of us were sitting there. Thomas, Jared, Jr., everybody was sitting there. And we was talking about kids. And I said, yo,
So this is just Bucky talking about, he was talking about kids. His daddy, he chimed in and said he wants kids too. But my point with this is, excuse me, is that Carucci makes him happy. And I believe if any woman is going to get to the heart, get her some money, be okay, even if something happened to Coach Prime, it's going to be Carucci. Guarantee you that. She has hit a spot with him that Tracy didn't hit. She's hit a spot with him that Pilar didn't hit. She's hit a spot with him that the first wife didn't hit. She has, and I believe she makes him happy. That's it. Tell me what y'all think. Y'all think that Prime should have a baby with Karuchi if he wants one? Do you think that they shouldn't have a child? Even though it ain't our business, no way, it's their business. And I'm standing on that 10 toes down. It's not my business, it's their business. Anywho, y'all, last but not least, let's talk about the Essence Festival. I'm gonna bring up this Facebook page. This is, oh, child. Let me stop sharing that. That is not what I want to share. I don't know what that was, but baby, that was not it. Hold on a second. Share this Facebook group. Essence Festival. Who's going? I believe it was the one I wanted to look at. It is. Okay, let's go. So this year's Essence, I went to Essence Festival, and it was, Live For Me said to each his own. I agree with that 100%. Prime should do what he wants. I feel the same way. I heard a guy on here, content creator, really giving it to him, calling him pissy, an old man. He got health issues. He got this, he got that. How many millionaires do you know that are old men who decide to have a baby in their later years because they have health issues? There's a lot of them. A lot of them. And so I think if he wants a baby and he can afford it, which we all know he can, do what you do, buddy. Do what you do, child, and enjoy your life. Let's go. So this is one of the groups I follow in the Essence page, child. So the people did a whole lot of complaining, but there were a whole lot of good things, right? A lot of good things. Here's one lady saying, okay, so I have a serious question to all the women who wore their heels during the festival, especially on Canal Street and Bourbon Street. How do y'all knees, ankles, and lower backs feel? Child, that's the real question to ask. And how? Because I'm going to tell you something. My back, my legs, and my feet could barely handle it standing up in the Superdome. In the conference room, conference center, convention center. Lord have mercy. I could barely, my feet was tired. It was every night, every evening when we left the convention center, I had to go to the room and I soaked my feet in some hot water because it felt like I had just been on my legs for hours. And then I guess I had been, because we would get to the convention center around 10 o'clock when the doors open. We get there about 9:30. We didn't leave until that evening. We on our feet the whole time, walking, standing, because you have to stand in line. Or if you didn't make it to a seminar and got a seat in time, you got to stand at the seminar. It's just a lot. So yes, next year I'm taking a chair, and the chair will be in tow. You said I saw that creator. It was disrespectful. Yes, very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. And you should be careful what you say about other people, because this thing, karma has a way of sometimes just sitting at our doorstep. Watch what you say about people. It's not necessary. James Brown did. He sure did. Brown Girls Rock. I always forget he had a little baby. He definitely did. So at the Essence Festival, the 300 million people, $300 million was left in New Orleans. Essence Fest ain't going nowhere. I guarantee you they will make, because there was a forum. I don't know if I have it pulled up. There was a forum the last day, and at the forum they talked about would Essence Fest move next year. They want people, let's move it to Atlanta, but Atlanta does not possess what we need for Essence. New Orleans has it. The only other place I think that could host it as well as New Orleans will be Vegas, and it's super hot in Las Vegas, because New Orleans, if you think about it, you have the convention center here, all the hotels around the convention center, and then you have a mile up the road is the Superdome, where all of the concerts are held, right, in the super lounges. So all that row of Padres is nothing but hotels. So there is no sense in them moving. Hopefully they will come to a medium and decide to keep it there. But right now there is no contract. This was the last year of New Orleans contract with Essence. I saw a lie today where they advised Essence ain't going nowhere. Child, everybody's saying that. He said, please, not Atlanta. I don't think Atlanta's even in the running. A lot of people have said Atlanta, but I don't think so. Yeah, this is one of the This is one of the interpreters. But when I tell you at the concert, she was rocking it. I think this was Sunday night. Now, the people were complaining that the Sunday night concert was fairly empty, but the night I was there was packed jam. And the thing is, people are leaving on Sundays. I don't think it was super empty, but I'm sure there were some empty seats. I'm sure there was. But the night I was there wasn't any empty seats. I'm gonna come up off of this and I'm gonna go over here to this lady that I want to share from TikTok, and then we're gonna call it a night. I think we've done enough gossip and a whole lot of nonsense. This lady came in from the TikTokers, and she actually is giving all the sentiments of all the things I would like to say. Let's go.
On the Essence Fest discourse, because y'all do this every year. It actually wasn't as bad this year as it was in previous years, but I wanted to weigh in on it. Hopefully this can be a shorter video, but it probably won't be.
She's right. They do this every single year. People are complaining. They've only been doing BeautyCon since 2023, but people have been complaining about getting free stuff every single year. You don't have to pay to come into the convention center. You get it. You do have to have a ticket. So you just go on your 360 app. Your let me see if I can show my app. There's a hold on a minute, y'all. I don't know if you can see it. There's an app down there that's just for Essence. It's called Essence 360. It hosts the magazine, all the good things. You go on that app and you get some tickets. You can purchase all your tickets there. Concert tickets, tickets to the VIP, all of that on that app. But you have to go in there and you have to have tickets. They give you a band. I think all my bands are in my bedroom. They give you a band and put on your arm, and that band is scannable. So you're supposed to be scanned at different locations. I think they scanned my band the first day. I ain't seen the scan since then. But it's a free event. So why are we always complaining? Like, well, we got to do
that. So I've been going to Essence since 2013. I was 19 years old. I've been going since 2013. And I went as a 19-year-old civilian. I
don't know what that civilian means, because I don't know if she was going to go as a federale. But yeah, this is her story.
2017, 18 civilian. Then I missed 2019, 2020, 2021 was COVID. And then came back 2022 as an influencer. And also someone who worked in marketing. And then I've been a full-time influencer ever since. I've been every year since 2022, 3, 4, 5, and now 6. So I've been to 8 Essence festivals. And I've watched it grow. My mom's been going since the 90s. So I've done Essence many a times, many different ways. And the issues with Essence are not what the people think it is. And I cannot take all.
I agree. The issues are not what they think it is. Actually, this year, the owner of Essence actually walked the convention center, walking through, talking to constituents, how are you enjoying Essence? What's going on in Essence? What did you see in Essence? And he said, I'm doing this so I could take the feedback back to the committee so we can always ensure that we give you guys a great time. But I think people just look for things to complain about. Living for me said, just ungrateful. That's it. That's all. I agree. I believe we are a group of people who are so used to the microwave life, they want everything instant. And when it doesn't always move the way we think it should move, then we create a problem.
This discourse, people who never been to Essence. You never been to Essence. Y'all talking about what Essence should and shouldn't be, but you ain't never been. One, you either a man, or two, just ain't been.
That's my point. Essence is a festival that was created for women. We have forgotten all of that. And now we have men trying to tell us how Essence should be ran. And I'm going to tell you this. The hardest part for me with Essence is that you can't get into spaces because of the men. You cannot. And I know we don't want to exclude the men, but it makes it hard for women to get to these seminars that are for women because there's men in the way and they're everywhere. I mean, it is what it is.
The foundational Black Americans are so ignorant and divisive for no reason, saying that the Africans are the reason that Essence isn't great. That man just bought Essence, and the problems that have been with Essence have persisted before that man got there.
I agree. 100%. That's why I told y'all I didn't last year when all that complaining was going on. I was like, I didn't see that. None of that stuff. Even this year, they can say what they want to about the foundational black folk, and they mad because this man bought it. I see no difference this year than last year or the year before at all.
There are some new problems or whatever, some logistical, organizational things, but that's not why Essence. The Africans are not why Essence is falling off. That's not what it is. The real issue from
I agree. They are not why Essence is falling off. The real issue is us. We the problem. We is the problem. It don't have nothing to do with anybody from another country. We is the problem.
My POV is the DEI cuts in these corporations that are sponsors. Back in my day, Walmart, McDonald's, Ford, AT&T, all these.
I agree. There was no AT&T there this year. There was no Ford there this year. There was no McDonald's there this year. Try to think who else was there. We were missing L'Oreal, Maybelline. These are big vendors. These are people who last year L'Oreal came in and gave us a bag full of stuff. I mean, full. Missing this year. Missing. Big vendors, gone. AT&T, one of the biggest vendors, gone.
Big activations in New Orleans in the convention center, they're no longer there. Now we have Target and Coca-Cola.
And I believe that came from DEI. I agree with her. I believe the cuts with AT&T, McDonald's, all that I believe what started is a part of the DEI. I believe so. I totally agree with her with that. I believe it. And I think that's why we have to embrace Target. As much as we want to boycott Target, we have to embrace Target because they sell our products and they are a driving force at the Essence Festival to give back to us in many ways. They support and they sponsor super lounges, and they sponsor those stages where those people are sitting up there talking. They sponsor that. We need those sponsorships. And when you lose big sponsors like AT&T and McDonald's, though, that hurts the pocket. Believe it or not, it does.
And that's it. Ford wasn't there. It was so much empty space in the convention center because these vendors have pulled out, these sponsors have pulled out because of budget cuts. People don't have money. Money is the issue. So that has changed a lot. Like even the beauty space has changed a lot because it would be activations outside of the convention center. Shea Moisture used to be huge. Shea Moisture used to have a house.
I said that yesterday. Shea Moisture, because they're owned by Sundial Corporation, they used to have one of the biggest areas. This year they had a little bitty space. I mean, it probably was a little bit two of my desk. That was it. And it was open face. You just walk through it. They've always had, last year they did the university. They walked around with like the sweaters like they were in college or young preppy schools. And this year we didn't get any of that. We just got, hey, come through here and get some of these samples we got. That's never been Shea Moisture in the past. They've always been very giving. They always give back to Essence Festival, and that just shows you where cutbacks have started. I'll put it that way.
HBO, Stars, Netflix, Sean Black Lee used to have a house outside of the convention center, and there will be brunches and events and stuff in houses.
She's right. I looked for those events this year. I did because I wanted to go to the Black Nurses Rock. They did not have one this year. There's usually a white party sponsored by Hulu and HBO. It was not there this year. So a lot of things were missing. You had parties that were sponsored by people from New Orleans, different promoters, so on and so forth. But we're talking about corporations who normally give back to Essence.
I don't really have that no more. Hulu had a house one time. It's just like corporate stuff that's the issue. It's not necessarily Essence itself. The concert, people like being respectability, politicsy about the concert itself. Like I was there in 2023 when Meg was headlining. I was one of the people that got on stage. That's one of my crown jewel moments. But the discourse about, y'all are twerking at Essence. I thought this was for the aunties, blah, blah, blah. I am 32 years old. I am now in the auntie range for it being for my age group. And Megan is my age group. I'm the new aunties. My mom is 67. They had Patty there for her this year. Cardi was for my age group. Lotto was for my age group. Kaylani was for my age group. Patty was for my mom. They had Parliament and all. They have something for everybody.
They did. I will give that to her. They did. Every concert was, I think they called Friday night pretty much for the younger group that 40 and under, and then Thursday was the auntie group. They had on sign on the billboard for the aunties, and then Saturday night was also for the aunties. They actually did a great job, I believe, with the concerts this year. I absolutely enjoyed Saturday.
And that everybody includes some ass shaking sometimes. And we're in New Orleans, Sin City.
Right, New Orleans, the home of the bounce. We got to stop there, y'all. We got to stop acting like someone owes us something, because no one owes us anything in life. No one.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah, there's gonna be ass being shook in New Orleans, babe. That's kind of part of the culture there. So everyone, Essence is supposed to be a classy event. Y'all ain't never been no damn Essence, okay? The talent has changed, but so has the demographics, and so has the age group. Yeah, that's gonna change. The concert was better this year than it was last year. Like Friday, that was probably the best Essence concert I've attended. Saturday, once the Brandy and Monica, like their technical difficulties kind of effed up the whole flow, but it was better. They applied the notes from last year, and we can move forward. They're gonna get logistics together for BeautyCon and all the other stuff. But those are things that happen. It's not the Africans.
She's so right. It's not the Africans. We gotta stop saying that mess.
Why would I listen to a man who ain't never been in no doggone Essence? What are you talking about? So yeah, I love Essence as a media girly, as an influencer girly, as an industry girly, as a civilian, all of that. The line's been long. The concert been late. Your feet been hurting. It's been hot. All these problems are the problems that have persisted since the beginning of time. It's not no new issue. The influencer of it all, everybody want to be an influencer now. Now that's not Essence's fault. And it is a better experience on the other side, I will say. But there's plenty to do. You seeing the influencers, you think that's all it is. It's other stuff to do. It's plenty of stuff to do.
There's plenty of stuff to do at Essence. I'm going to stop the sharing. Her name is The Baddest Mitch, okay? MITCH on TikTok. Again, I thought Essence was great this year. Again, there's always going to be logistics. There's always going to be an issue. There's always going to be something that you can deal with when it comes down to logistics. When you got thousands and thousands of people coming through the door. On Saturday, it was Saturday. Saturday, the fire marshals came in and shut down BeautyCon for hours. Literally shut it down. Nobody else can come back here until these people leave, and we need a big group of people to leave. So again, Essence was good. I tell anybody, Essence is what you make of it. I had a great time. I went to Willie Mays, walked to Willie Mays. Child, we had lemon drops and the food, the macaroni and cheese. I'll be posting some pictures. I haven't had an opportunity to go through those pictures yet, but I'll be posting some pictures here so you guys can enjoy. Millie Love James says, I can't stand a technical difficulty. You can't? Well, you probably shouldn't go. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You probably shouldn't go, because there's always gonna be something. That's life. There's always going to be something. At the concert, I'm gonna tell you what it is that they're trying to switch those sets around. Monica and Brandy were the last group. So you have not just Monica and Brandy, you have all their dancers, all their singers coming out. Let me see if I have a picture of Monica and Brandy or what their set looked like. So you got a group of people who first you had one guy sung, Levi sung, and then you had the Thomas guy sung, and then after him was Patti LaBelle. So that's a set. They got to change it out. Babyface came. He gets through, and there was no technical difficulties with Patti. Well, there was. I'm sorry. When Patti first started, they had her mic off. I mean, they had her mic up too high because she pulled out of her and was screaming. She said, "Oh, that's too much." It was squealing. So after they got her mic right, Babyface, there was no technical difficulties at all. But when Monica and Brandy came out, there was parts because Monica and Brandy kept leaving the stage and going to change clothes. When they returned to the stage, their mic would be off. But that was their fault too, partly because they want to change outfits every 5 seconds. They did 1, 2, because she came out in white. She changed to yellow. No, she changed to red. Then she changed to yellow. She did 4 outfit changes. Brandy and Monica both. Monica switched back. She kept on the same wig, but baby Brandy was, when I say the outfits and the jackets and the furs, she had it all. She had it all. So every time you change clothes, they have to take that mic set off of you and re-put the mic set on you. Anything can go wrong because they're moving it in and out. That's just a the way the ball rolls, the way the cookie crumbles. Overall, I'm going to rate my Essence experience of 2026 an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed myself. I had a great time. I spent good money on my concert ticket because I decided this year I was going to do one. I decided that because y'all were going to keep me up all night and then I can't get up the next morning and get over to the, because I'm going to tell you, Sunday morning I was dragging. I drug myself up to eat breakfast. And then I went to the convention center after I had lunch. Child, I wasn't in a rush to go over there because anything that I need that they was giving away, I could run to Walmart, Target, and I don't even like Walmart. Any of these stores around here and purchase. My niece said, I want to go get in the Vaseline line. I said, baby, what you need from there? I'll go buy it from you. Let's go stop over at CVS. That I can tell you exactly what they're giving away. They're giving away Vaseline. They're giving away the oil. We can get all that for you. You ain't got to go stand in no line. You ain't got to wait 6 hours in line. We can get that at the store. But again, I enjoyed my Essence experience. I thought it was wonderful. The hardest part was standing those long lines. Other than that, I enjoyed Essence. 8 out of 10. I'll be back 2027. If it's in New Orleans, I'll be there. If it's in Vegas, I'll be there. If it's in Atlanta, I'll be there. I'm going to be at Essence. I'm going to be at Essence. Anyway, you guys, I want to thank you guys for coming down here to hear a little gossip and a whole lot of nonsense. I've enjoyed you guys. I hope y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all in the morning because we're going to talk about some stuff tomorrow too. I got a whole bunch of stuff I've been going through that I want to share. And we'll talk about it later. Until next time, and no one told you today they love you, I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining the Queendom. Until next time, keep nurturing, keep cultivating, and keep awakening the queen within. God bless you. We'll see you next time.